Hello YouTube, and welcome to my first video. My name is Frenzy Unit, at least that's the story and I'm sticking to it anyway. Welcome to my first video. What I just wanted to show you guys really was some of the computer hardware and whatnot that I've seemed to have accumulated in my rather small 2-bedroom house. The first one that we're going to have a look at today is my Dell Dimension, no, wait a minute. I've got that wrong completely to start off with. Is my Dell Poweredge 2500. The reason I thought of dimensions is I've got half a dozen in my workshop that are ready to be stripped for parts. So, let's take a look at this. This was a little eBay find that I got. Bought it from a barn up near Norfolk, and it cost me £15, which I thought was rather reasonable, considering I didn't know whether it worked, I didn't know what was inside it, and for all I knew I could have been buying £15 worth of scrap metal. However, for those not familiar with the Poweredge series, they do come in either a desktop form or a rack mount form. As you can see, this rather grubby looking individual that sat on top of my tumble dryer, don't worry, I do have a hose which lets out all the condensation and horrible stuff out that door there. So I don't have any condensation issues. However, they came in desktop forms and they came in rack mount forms. Obviously I have the desktop form, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you through a little tour of the machine, give you a brief description of what is in there, and a little look. Now, mine does have a couple of issues. First issue is I got it with a missing key. So as you can see, I have removed the barrel. Any locksmith really, a few pounds, they can give me a new lock for that. I think I was quoted about £7 or £8 with 4 keys. But in all honesty, as it's just me and my partner and 2 children who live here, I really don't think I need to worry about locking it up. But it does make a rather nice finger hole, so you can pull this bad boy's front down. There we go. Now, with that nicely hanging in mid-air there, what we've got from top to bottom is we have a laptop style CD-ROM drive. Yes, CD-ROM. How fantastic is that? We've then got a floppy drive, tape drive, and just to pan back a little bit on there, if anybody knows of any suppliers who can send me some tapes for those, obviously at a reasonable cost, please do let me know, because for the life of me I cannot find tapes to fit that drive. Therefore, that is a complete waste of space for me right now. It has 3 hot swappable plug and play power supplies, as you can see, which do collect an enormous amount of dust, and I have to keep cleaning them regularly. What we have also on the front here is we have 6 drive bays for SCSI 3 hard drives. Those are the ultra wide drives. Unfortunately, because I'm so poor, woe is me, I only have an 18.2 gig SCSI drive in bay 0. I am, however, always on the scrounge for hard drives, and if anybody knows of any cheap ones going, please do let me know. Right, to open the case, you've got 3 handy thumb screws. Oh, 3 handy thumb screws. And if we remove those, we can have a little look inside and see all the wonderful goodness within. I say goodness, it's not. For those who are wondering how heavy this machine actually is, it is heavy. Shipping for this was going to cost around £40 English, and I could not be bothered with spending that amount of money, so I went and picked it up myself. Now, here we go. For those who do know these systems, you are going to say instantly there is something missing. You are absolutely correct. I shall show you what is missing. These 2 fans at the front here, strangely obscured by a SCSI cable there, Those two fans are supposed to direct channel air to the processors. Yes, two different heat sinks. I'll talk about that in just a second. That was a huge screw up of mine. What I'm missing from in there is that, if it will sit there, that is to direct airflow. Now, why that's not in the machine? I bought a second Intel Pentium 3 Xeon processor. The original one was there, with the official Dell heatsink for it, and the other one is up there. And obviously, that heatsink is not official in any way, shape or form. In fact, I'm quite disappointed with myself. This is a bit of what we call a budget and scarper job, which I'm not impressed with myself with. However, the processor came with a free heatsink. Now, here's the problem. The heatsink that was on the picture, bless eBay, was that one. I got that one. You can see there is quite a difference between the two. They are not the same. So, when I come to put this cover on, it clips into these three clips here, and when you go to close it, and if you can just about see, the heatsink catches on it. Therefore, I can't close it. And I'm not about to start chopping up bits of plastic from what used to be very expensive hardware. I'd rather not. So I'm on the scrounge for a heatsink as well. Now fortunately those are on eBay. I just haven't really got round to purchasing one at the moment. For about £3 to £5, including £1, £2 shipping. So it's all good. I will get round to sorting that out. The other mistake I made, because yes, I am a noob, that's fine. The other mistake I made was I forgot to purchase myself, when I put in my lovely new processor, and it didn't work, was another VRM module. I do, however, have those. Why I just told you that I'd made such a stupid mistake, and will probably get laughed at, I have no idea. But I suppose, as it is my first video, honesty is the best policy. Got your ready, key up here, and I have got, out of the 6 slots, 4 slots used, and I have a total of 1 gig of ECC registered RAM. There's also a 128 meg module there for backup, or at least I assume it's backup. As you can probably tell, I haven't really read the manual, have I? That was a bit silly. It has an onboard ATI Rage XL card, which has got 8 meg of RAM. I don't believe it's shared, but whichever way, browsing websites and whatnot on here is just not going to happen. Especially with flash media objects, that's just a no-go area completely. On the back, I only have the one networking card running at the moment, which is the onboard one. Need to get myself a couple of 4-port networking cards, 2 USB, 2 serial, parallel, video out. Obviously, as you can see, this machine has not got keyboard, mouse or monitor connected, as when I admin this machine I do it remotely. Unless I'm really not in the mood, in which case that little monitor there, plug straight in, and the card is set to start, the video card on the server is set to start up when the machine starts up. So at any point I can just plug the monitor straight in. Also, with dual power points on there, I am only running this machine sort of in low power mode, so I've only got one standard kettle lead connected to the machine, so it is running at half its capacity. But as I only have the one hard drive, and I don't have a lot of programs running on this machine at the same time, I don't really need to have it on full power. When I've got a few hard drives in there and I'm running a few more advanced things, then I obviously will do. But yeah, total specs: dual Intel Pentium 3 Xeons, one with a bad heatsink, gig of RAM, 8 meg video card, 18.2 gig SCSI hard drive, and all that we run it for is I run a 2500 slot TeamSpeak 3 server on there. which normally sees about 8 to 10 people on it. So it's kind of a waste of power, really. But I also use it to store some files on, which I can access pretty much anywhere if I'm having to work on customers' machines and I need some free software and whatnot. It saves me going onto the website and going to go and get it. I can just click a link on my laptop and download it from my own server. So there we go. Now there is going to be some modifications made to this machine. I'm going to make it faster, better, stronger, smarter, all that good stuff. So I will keep you posted as I do those. So it's a bit of a work log. But yeah, there you go. Dell Dimension, I've done it again. Dell Poweredge 2500. £15. I think it was £15 well spent, to be quite honest. Even if it is extremely noisy. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I hope I haven't made too much of a pillock of myself. And enjoy some more videos coming in the future.